Hello,
You'll have to forgive my.
hello. This is Mr. Kind Videos, and this this is Mr. Kind Videos. Welcome to my live stream. Uh, Gaming is going to be around for a long time. It's not going to change no matter how much you spend. Either it's a gotcha game like Genshin or Tower Fantasy or any of the niche games that are coming online. Um, the affordability of all these games are going to be going up. It's not a matter of how much you want to preserve your games physically. I would hope they change their minds and give us physical and digital. But look at Steam. Steam is another platform that's been doing it for a long time. And it's, I mean, happy console gamers, right? Every other YouTubers write about how they feel about their collectors. I mean, basically, I could collect the Fushigi, a magical ball, which was a gimmick back then. But no matter how much you spend on stuff, it's not going to change the price of how much games are going to be costing. But let's hear what the console gamer has to say because I'm pretty sure I mean, what he does is kind of cool. I follow him. I hope one day we could talk and be friends, but let's see.
My lack of editing today because I didn't think I'd be doing this video. It's Canada Day here, and I'm with my family. My editor's off. We're not working today. Well, we are working today because there's just been a major announcement that will completely change the industry forever. And last week we were talking about it. And you'll have to forgive me that I got a lot of emotion, and I'm going to bring that emotion down. I'm just, it's this is the day. This is the day. It finally happened. Last week I released a video talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 and how it's just a code in the box. And I said how the entire industry was watching this one move, and they were all going to move accordingly. And
Yeah, the whole entire industry of PlayStation watching um, how fans feel about digital games or physical, they have like, they shouldn't just be physical. It should be neutral. I mean, do I have any physical media? Um, I'm just gonna go with this. This is physical. This is what I have. Yeah, physical. And basically, this book is much physical as a controller in my hand. And if you value anything that's physical or anything, I can look at the pages and, I mean, read a manual about a game that I'm eventually gonna get one day. It came on Nintendo Switch, and honestly, this book is what gaming. I mean, if they just keep on making books or printing books, it's the same thing as printing games. You're trying to destroy a physical cartridge or a physical CD and make a console that doesn't even produce it. That's like saying we're not going to write books anymore. We're going to just make it into audio tapes. It's the same thing. You're playing games digitally. You're listening to books or music. It's the same ordeal we're dealing with. And, Happy console game is right about the whole physical thing. Badass sword and shield he has from Zelda. Nice library of games, but just a relic. That's it. Everything's gonna be like an ancient artifact, like my diamond here, which it's basically just something no one's gonna remember what it is. And to me, a game, it's not being produced, mass produced on a CD, and it's the same thing with computers. They're getting rid of CD drives. I mean, I still have my World of Warcraft Horde patch that I've never put on anything. Just a little symbol, but that's all it is. Let's carry on.
Everybody said I had overreacted. Physical media will not be over. There'll always be physical media. Yeah, I knew it. We all knew. We've seen it happening over the last bunch of years. And the official statement came from Sony, from their vlog, and I have it on my phone if you wouldn't mind if I read this. This is like physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on the PlayStation console. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. Sid Schumann, he/him, Senior Director, Sony Interactive Entertainment Content Communications. Now here's where we get the big spiel. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continues to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already have released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends, as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces, physical discs. So for digital media, it's significantly outpacing physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or the PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. For important updates on PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita, blah, blah, blah. And then what I love is, right at the bottom it says, did you like this? It says right here, did you like this? No, no, we do not like it. And I just want to say, I just don't want to be, I'm going to be that older guy. Look at me. Like, it's just, jeez. I've been doing my show for 18 years, talking about all the games that I grew up with, all the wonderful memories I have had and still continue to have with my friends, my family, playing video games on physical format. And so I've I've grown up this way, right? So you can't fault me for this. I was just at a retro gaming expo last week, buying great old games, and some games that weren't too old. And to physically own them, it feels great. And to be able to share those with friends and to share them with you and share them all around the world is an amazing thing. Where, yeah, I am that older guy. I am. And the trend has been coming. I understand that. As I said in my last video, I buy a lot of discs from PlayStation when there's nothing on them, right? And then Grand Theft Auto 6 cemented that. And so going forward in 2028, there's no physical discs anymore. You'll go to Walmart, you'll go to Best Buy, GameStop, wherever you buy your games from, and there will be no brand new physical games released. But you can buy the digital codes. You'll be able to buy those there, they say. It's a change that, and I know so many of you watching right now and are just like losing your mind. And there's a lot of you going, hooray! No more physical discs. I don't want any of that stuff. I want a clean future with empty shelves. I get it. And I understand it. I'm not like, if anybody came up to me and said that they like to collect just digitally only, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. That's what you like to do. I don't care. For me, that's not how I like to collect. That's not how I like to go. Like, special editions are done. I was already done anyways. I already said that. But they're done. What are they going to release, a special edition for God of War going forward in the future with a digital code in it? Is that what's going to be? It just destroys the entire ecosystem that we've kind of come to know. And that's always a shock with new technologies and stuff, you know what I mean? I know AI is shocking us all and stuff like that. I get it. And it's a hard pill to swallow today. When I woke up with my tea, I almost fell out of my chair. I had this just awful feeling, and I was talking to my wife Kim about it, and she's like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. They were coming for us, and they finally announced that it's done.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Everything that we've ever come to know is over to do with video gaming and collecting. And even if you don't, you're not a collector, you just buy physical games, you enjoy having them. You don't class it as a collection. It's just, I buy the games I like to play. That's all changed now. It will be changed forever. And it's just so weird that Sony is the company that introduced the DVD drive in their system, in their consoles, and then the Blu-ray, and now they're just saying no. It's like they brought us along for this ride, saying, yeah, get physical discs, and then they're over time they just kept taking things away, and until the point that we don't have anything. And then what happens? And here is the big kicker of it all. What happens when, years down the line, they just take away certain games off you? Because you're just licensing them, right? To use for, a set amount of time until they deem it that there will be no more physical discs, no more game for you. No more game for you. It's over. Sorry, that game you were playing from 15 years ago, we're taking it off our store. It's gone. And that is the number one problem. That's the thing that we're all upset about. Like, here, all my games are still here. I can plug them in to a console and they still work. All of these games, all PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, they all will still work. And we all thought, watch for this one, we all thought these guys were becoming the bad guys. This format seems better than nothing now. And yes, the trend has been that a lot of people buy digital and they don't buy physical. And that's what they're saying. They're saying, you know what, we're just going with the trend. Where there's a lot of us that really like to own something in our hands. Here, Sony, here's a couple of examples. This is from this year, not too long ago. These beautiful games here. I like to pick this up. And I like to talk about it on the show and show the back and just talk about the game and show that I own it physically. And going forward in 2028, that's over. That's over. This day will go down, man. And I'm telling you, if this is not going to be easy for Sony. And I know they're all sitting around a big table and they're all saying this isn't.
So, what's your thoughts on do you are you into seeing your games digital, or are you sad as physical is going away? Or do you want physical or digital? Let's carry on.
Going to be easy for us because everybody's going to do a backlash, the likes of which I don't even think they can wrap their heads around right now. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's like, for me, I'm not the big boycotting guy, but this is one time that I'm like, I like video games a lot, a lot. But a lot of what I like is being able to own the game as well and to own it going forward and something I can pass on to, say my daughter, that she can play some of these old games, that she can always play Mario Kart World, unless they stop you downloading the darn, code onto your cart. And it's heartbreaking. It's a day that we will not soon forget, and it's one that I can't get over. I still can't get over. It's mind-boggling. Like Sony is gonna not make physical games anymore. This is big. This is really, really big. And I got up drinking my tea this morning, and I'm like, I got a whole bunch of people tagging me on things. I'm like, what's everyone tagging me on? I'm like, I thought it was something to do with the Grand Theft Auto one, and I'm like, just got shivers. I get shivers now because this is a big one. And for any company out there, and I'm even saying, limited run, you guys are gonna make a mint if you create physical copies of games for companies. But you know what? What it is, Sony's getting ready for their next console, and they want it digital only. They hated having to do, the disc, add-on with this one. They hated it. They couldn't stand it, and they're preparing us for the next console, and it's hard because what happens when they release the next console and you can only download the games? It seems like an alien thing to me. Like it just seems like an alien thing to me. And yeah, well, I remember back in the day with like PC games. You always get the big box PC games, and over time those all disappeared. And people complained, and then they didn't, and and then everybody got used to the new format. And maybe it's one of those things. Do I just like? I'll ask you guys, and I'm not being funny. Like, what do you think of this? I haven't even asked you. What do you guys think about this? I'm gonna be in shock. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over it because I bought physical media for 40 years plus for video game machines and consoles over time. They were the ones pushing it on us. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we'll take it all away. It's kind of like somebody getting you used to taking drugs. Oh, here, take some of this. Take some of this. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then, take some more, right? And then you get used to it. And then they're like, no, we'll be taking all that stuff off you now. And then you're just left kind of going, like, I have to get used to a life now without that. That's not a life that I really want to get used to. I remember years ago, remember the whole thing when Sony, I remember Xbox said they were going, console only in the sense of digital only. And then all of a sudden Sony released that TV commercial, or the kind of a commercial where the guy's like, this is how we trade games. He's like, here's the game. He's like, thank you. Now they're taking that away and they're doing the Xbox thing. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a tough pill to swallow for a long time. I will be thinking about this all today with my family. You know, like it's unreal. It's unreal. I apologize for the lack of editing. It's just one of those surprise videos I didn't think I was making today. Uh, Not that Sony would be killing physical games. That's the last thing that I thought would be happening today. But hey, that's what's happening today. And that's the new world order that we have to get used to, it would seem. Or do we? I don't know. Let's see what everybody has to say. Let's see what everybody does. Let's see what kind of backlash this gets, because just before I came to see this video, I was on X, and I was seeing a lot of backlash. Like already, I was just like, whoa. Like every post I was seeing was like everybody was losing their mind. Yes, I only follow people mostly in the video game community, so I was definitely seeing that. But people would be talking about this one for a long time, and I don't know. Sony, everybody's sitting around at Sony going, "Yeah, you think this will play out okay for us?" I don't know if that will or not. Time will tell. That is for sure. And Nintendo, you could really, and Xbox, you could really own the industry right about now. If obviously with the key cards, you put all the games for your third parties on the disc on the card, and then Xbox announces, "Hey, we're still selling physical copies going forward." Whew! I quickly become more of a collector in Xbox without question. I think a lot of us would be. So, bring it back to the old 360 days. That's for sure. So, guys, what do you think of this? I've got to go for a long walk or something. This old man needs to be put out to pasture because he just can't handle it. He just can't handle it. It was microtransactions, DLC add-ons. Those things are driving us now nuts, but now it's just like get ready because it's all gone. It's all gone. So I've got to hit the power button here on my camera, and I'll say, anyways, guys, until next not physical media. Oh my God.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is based.
All right. Um, yeah, what's your thoughts on that? And what's your, thoughts on that? But yeah, and like I said, hope you have a kind day and message me with my videos. Peace out.